Welcome back to the channel here. So we got some parts back from powder coating, so today I'm going to start installing some stuff. So I have the turbo here all assembled. Everything's on it. I got the bypass valve, electronic wastegate. I still have to tighten all my bolts on here, but I'll tighten those after. I'm just going to get this housing coated, but I think I'm just going to get a turbo blanket or maybe a OEM heat shield for it. So we'll see what I can find. But yeah, so let's install this little guy. Got the valve cover changed. Changed it to the classic wrinkle red Type R look. Got some brackets I gotta put on. I did put one on. I put my strut bar on. That's all freshly powder coated. I did a little touch up on my shock tower here because my mount had wore a spot of the paint off. It's not perfect. You can probably see it in the video, but I gotta redo the whole bay at some point anyways. There's a few things I gotta fix up with it. I did put my bracket back on. This here bracket here, I did put that back on. I had to cut off for my tucked rad, so I got one of those and welded it back on and painted it. It's not perfect, but pretty good. So yeah, let's install this turbo. See if I can set you guys up here. That's pretty good, I think. So I got my gasket. I'm going to reuse this gasket. I'm probably going to get a new one, but reuse that for now. There. I got the turbo. Just going to slide this back in place. There we go. Now I have the bolts. So here I bought 2 new bolts for the turbo itself. I'm just going to reuse the 2 stainless nuts for the top. Kept everything in baggies this time. Really rare for me. I don't usually keep stuff in baggies. That's it. A lot of you people might know. So, let's see. Alright. Install this back on. And I find a new gasket for the turbo oil feed. So I'll have to install that here shortly. Bolts in as far as I can. My hand. There. Grab my ratchet. 14mm. Can find my 14mm. I did have it earlier, so it can't be far. There's my 12. Where is my 14? Wow, can't find my 14. Where that is. Oh, it is. It's on the other side of the toolbox. Alright, so if we can get this in here, yep, perfect. Oh yeah. There we go. Oh yeah, lose the socket off of there. There's nuts in the way. that. I did buy new stainless ones for my downpipe. I had stainless studs already, so I figured, well, I might as well put some nuts on it. OEM ones. Tighten those up. There we go. There, so we got the turbo installed. Now, I did buy a new gasket for that. Very expensive gasket, I must say. It's not very much in size wise. It's very small, just a little tiny copper. Put that on, over it, just like that. Get it lined up. There we go. Now, I have that bolt. Here. In my baggie. I'll try to get that copper to line up. It's tricky. There we go. Now we'll get my 14 and tighten that back down. There we go. Perfect. Then we get that on. That should be good. I still have to tighten this. I haven't done that yet. I should do that right now before I forget. So I need my 10mm wrench. Here. There, nice and snug. Perfect. Clips on. That's on. These are all tightened already. So now I have to install a coolant pipe, which is right here. I'm going to do right now, the gasket I'm going to clean up. I'm just going to put a little copper spray on it. I should have bought new ones, but I didn't have time. So I'm just going to use a little spray of gasket. So, flip it over. Like so. And then we got a semi-new gasket. We'll say it's new. I'll lay that on there. I'm going to come back over with my pipe. bolt for that. I must have grabbed the wrong one. I'm over here. No, why is that bolt? That's the right one. I must have grabbed the wrong one. I'll put everything over here. Here we go. Found the right one now. Yeah, I should have put the oil drain on this before I put this together, but I didn't think of it. Because now it's underneath. There. There. Now, I'll just tighten that down. A 10 mil, which is right here. There. There. Let me tighten these too much. So yeah. M6. Easily broken. But yeah, I should have definitely put this on before, but that's okay. Got a little gasket. I'll do the same thing. Gasket, comfort spray, like that. Perfect. And get my oil drain, which is right here. I'll stick that on there like so. Now, I would have done this before. This would have been way easier. I was hoping I can get that back bolt because the thermostat has it. That crossover pipe is right there. I can do this bar here. I just had to pick it up off the floor. So this is the bolt that I couldn't get in. Right here. This little guy here. So let's put that bolt in right now. So my bolt is here on the floor. Somewhere's here. You know how you lay something down for a second and then it vanishes? Well, there it is. Alright, so this is put this bolt in. So you can see it's not going in straight. So that was probably why. There, we got the turbo all installed. It's on. Just got to change, put the clamp right here, which I'm going to do right now before I forget. So let's do that right now. There, put that clamp on there, like so. So let's move that a little bit more towards us. Right there, like that. Perfect. Then we just got a vacuum line to hook up here. What's this here? Vacuum line up. Like so. There we go. And that will go underneath the turbo like that, or on top, like so. So let's just put that clamp down on here, because I am forgetful. So if I don't do it right now, I probably will forget all about it. It's hard to do with one hand, but there we go. Get down in there. No, a little too far. There we go. Clamps on. Okay, now we've got one little hose to put down on the bottom here. Hard to get a good angle for it. Right here. So it slides on here. There we go. The other end. That's on there. Like so. There we go. Then we'll get our clamp down. Like so. Doesn't help. I'm trying to do that with my left hand and I'm right-handed. There. Perfect. So yeah, everything's back now. It's got the hose left to put on the top here for the coolant, which goes right here, like so. And that'll go across with a little crossover pipe. And we might as well put that clamp on there too while we're working on it. Might as well do the clamp. Right. Don't do it. I'll probably end up forgetting it. A little too far. There. And that clamp has to be turned up just so I can get my inlet through there. So yeah, that goes like that. Perfect. So yeah, it's a few little things on the motor so far. Hopefully we'll get some more parts on it soon. Well, I might as well put the map sensor in here. Let's put a little grease on the O-ring here so it slides nicely into the pipe. And then we're just gonna install this here into the pipe. Like so. Let's give it a little wiggle. Good. There we go. Now let's put one of these nice fancy bolts in it. Nothing wants to say when you're trying to do something. So there we go. That held. Well guys, that's it for today. We'll try to make a little series out of installing these parts. So the next video will hopefully be either Wednesday or Sunday. I'm going to try to do 2 videos a week from now on, if I can have the parts to do the content. But thank you for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And if you have any questions, drop a comment below. And remember, keep it OEM-ish.